let me bring out Jason from Cleo on stage with us. I don't know if you're also on the space if you want to request, but Jason, Cleo, good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Hi, guys. You guys need to calm down. Like, it's that point in the cycle where I literally am not ready, right? I'm sat taking notes on what I need to buy. Like, it's just too early. I just need a couple of months, sort my life out. Like, I need to stop buying NFTs for a minute, and it sounds like I need to get back into some altcoins. I'm like, this is terrible.
Everybody listening, pause. Okay. Let our partner be able to work his stuff out and then be able to buy his coins before you pump them again. I want everybody in the audience right now. Stop.
Yeah. Stop, just give me a break for a minute. Yeah.
Ovi, stop buying coins. You're the whale around here, tossing the ether around left and right. Like, you know, stop.
No more coins. No more coins.
It's because
I'm pledging now. I'm gonna not buy another Jack Butcher NFT for a day, right? I'm gonna have a 24-hour break. That's my plan.
You're a big Jack Butcher guy, Jason?
Only recently. It's you guys. Honestly, I'm like, I fell in love with this thing, so I just bought another one waiting for it. That's it. Literally, I'm sat here waiting, thinking I've got nothing to do. That's it. I'll just go buy something else. So
oh my,
we're back. I think this must be we're back. If I'm just buying stuff.
We are so back indeed. Reminds me that I still did not order my print physical. Why is nobody reminding me on this show? Everybody's busy. I'm sorry to put this burden on the listeners. I still have to order my Elements physical. I literally have room on my wall in the back for it. But anyways, point being, Jason, are you tuning in? It sounds like you're a fellow Brit here. So I'm again 3v1. Where are you tuning in from?
Yeah, I'm in the UK. Yeah.
There you go. Love to see that. It's always like this, guys. All our guests, even our partners, even maybe it's Hannah's fault, I guess, but you know, maybe even our partners, they're all from the UK on the show. Everyone who bullish on the UK. It seems like all the builders, all the hosts, all the cool people are out there.
Bullish on boats in London. That's what it was. So bullish on Zebu. Those guys. That was it. That was where the magic happened.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, bullish on Zebu. Obi and I had a blast speaking there, and I'm for sure I'm probably gonna go again next year because that was one of my most fun panels in 2023.
Yeah, we're gonna sponsor next year. It's been the one. That's why I really just that many thousands of people just convinced me that's actually we may not see it in the charts yet, but you know people are out there looking for stuff. You know, particularly like gaming. There, it's crazy, right? So. You know, that really solidified me. Now's the time to press the button on our project. So, yeah, it was pretty exciting.
I love that. Listen, that's super cool. But we're not here to talk about Zebu, nor are we here to talk about other coins and other projects. We're here to talk about you, Jason, and Cleo, and everything that you are all building. Of course, as I mentioned in the show topics, Cleo is one of our major partners when it comes to the Art House Miami at Art Basel. We are super, super excited to present one of our events with y'all. I can't say yet because I don't think it went out yet. But, you know, one of the main events is going to be powered by Cleo here. It's super exciting. So, Jason, why don't you explain to us, you know, what Cleo is, you know, just so the people may not be familiar with you, you know, learn more about it.
Yeah, sure. So we started off a simple idea, and it's kind of gone a little bit crazy. So
I've seen that.
We realized that, actually, we've got two handles, right? So to explain, we've got customers, which are not Web3 customers. So people like Google, HP, Lenovo, and then we've got our Web3 stuff. So we've got a token website, which is Cleo.xyz, and a token Twitter. Obviously, we've got a Discord and a Telegram for our token, and then we have our end user brand. So we started 2 years ago off this really simple premise, which was when we started in marketing, it was really easy to get somebody to fill in a form. It was easy to get somebody to click on an email. It was easy to get somebody to click on a web banner, right? All of those metrics have dropped off a cliff, and COVID caused a huge problem for marketeers where people had less attention and it was much more expensive to get people to click on something. So we were trying to find out, how do we meet value with value? So 2 years ago, we started building Cleo, which effectively is a marketing technology platform that anybody can use a good as an incentive. So what I mean by that is that the single biggest pain point in marketing is that at some point you've got to ask for somebody's data to get them into your pipeline, right? Your email address, your name, maybe your job title if it's B2B, right? Your permission to contact you. Well, that's been the problem, because people have not been able to meet value with value. So we effectively tokenize good and allow brands to reward prospects for their time and attention. So you, for example, you come on my 20-minute webinar and we carbon offset your computer and your phone for the rest of the year. Okay, that's a real live example. So 20 minutes of your time for this good happening in the world. Now, that example, we're able to reduce the customer's cost per lead by nearly $500, and the cost of the carbon offsetting was about $40. So actually, we're selling money. So we're trying to fix this problem that everybody's marketer has, which is people realizing their time and attention has value. Okay. Now, people are listening to your show, right? I tune in.
Right.
They're listening because they think they're going to get something, right? They're listening to Mando. Hopefully they're stuck on, right? Because they've had the alpha. They know what's kind of happening. They're getting some value from this.
Yes.
So if I'm a marketeer trying to get you to download my PDF or watch my product video, you know, what's the additional value I can offer? And that's really where Cleo came from. So we're tokenizing good, allowing people to use their time to accumulate a value, but it's not money in their pocket. It's a good that happens in the world. And the thing, I promise I'll stop speaking, but the thing that's super exciting for me is that we never started as a blockchain project. Blockchain fixed our single biggest problems, which was scalability and transparency. How do we prove that carbon's not being double counted? How do we prove that something's happened? Well, an open ledger gives us that, and somebody's wallet on the blockchain with a immutable record of the good they've done. You know, whether it's carbon, trees planting, plastic from the oceans. We're creating meals for children in food insecurity. We're building a school in Nepal, right? All of those things that you do with your time, your value for your time, comes into your wallet as a record. And you guys are like this. So we use NFTs as a completion certificate. So the brand gets all this good happening for their ESG goals, but the individuals get a really nicely designed certificate in the form of an NFT. So we're reaching out to creators to, you know, kind of help make those collectible and look nice. They are. I've literally just given you a monologue, right? But
great. It's very
that's kind of where we come from.
No, it's very clear. It's very clear, and you're using this technology for good. I love the fact that you say, like, and this is true. Obviously, you guys are actually a pretty large company and pretty big brand outside of NFTs, you know, crypto, Web3, whatever. But I like the fact that you said, like, it's funny. This is one of the rare cases where, like, blockchain fixes this. You know, crypto fixes the meme. It's not just a meme for you. Like, it actually came and kind of fixed your business model and everything. And you explain that pretty well. And I love the NFTs, and I love the whole for good and for the school in Nepal, because I know there's going to be something at our house where you're going to be able to claim a little something. And for every claim, you guys are going to donate to build schools in Nepal. So that's also something that made me really happy when I saw that and our stuff coming up in Miami. But let me ask you then, you say crypto fixed Cleo. You say blockchain fixes Cleo. And you mentioned at the beginning of the space, you have obviously that the website I was going on about is the tech for good, the Cleo, what you've built. Yeah. But the other website is about, you said, rewarding time and attention. Now, that's something that's very common also to Rug Radio and how Rug Radio was born. It was born about the idea of, like, rewarding people and participants for participating with our content, and similarly, creators for creating, right? And obviously, there's going to be much more of that coming out very soon. But in your case, then, Jason, why do you need a token, and why do you have one? Like, what you know, why is it? Why does blockchain fix Cleo in this instance?
Yeah, no, it's a great question, because we didn't leap. We didn't start with a token and then build a business around it, right? So we needed a unit of currency in the application, right? So take one of our clients, Google. Okay, so Google are carbon offsetting their events. It's a way to get somebody to go to an event and go check in at the stand. Come check in, and we carbon offset you, right? So they're able to.
By the way, I don't mean to cut you, Jason. What do you mean by when let me carbon offset you? Because you used that earlier.
Yeah. So they want to put a little badge on their event saying this is a carbon net zero event, which means that we've calculated how much carbon is being used in the event, and we're offsetting enough carbon. So, for example, we did an event quite recently for Cloud Summit Europe. That was 350 tons of carbon that got offset. Which was the entirety, the scope 3 of their event, right? Now, you imagine people are going to that event, they're checking in, okay? Now, we need a way to convert Google's money into a measurable good. So the token becomes the currency in the application. You watch, we're talking to Samsung, for example, you watch a product video, you earn a couple of tokens. You download a product guide, you earn some more tokens. You go on a webinar, you earn some more tokens. Now that's a token that's backed by a good yet to be executed, if that makes sense. Then you go into the store, we call it the store, but it's not really, it's the marketplace, and you pick the good, because we learned this really on. You can't tell people what causes to back, right? So we can't say to people, it's got to be planting trees or it's got to be plastic in the oceans. So we're curating projects around what are these 70 UN SDGs. So so users can decide what is it I want my time to go towards. Like, for example, the most exciting program that we have at the moment that's really personal to me is one for football clubs, so for sports. So we're talking to a whole load of professional football clubs from the highest level down to grassroots to allow them to digitize assets, to sell them to fans as a replacement for paper, like a program. And everyone sold generates a meal for a child in food insecurity, but in their town, not some obscure tree planted on the other side of the world. It's actually a meal, a vegan, vegetarian meal that's healthy. You know, some like one of the cities we're talking to, like Leeds, over 35% of children are in food insecurity in Leeds. And they're huge football fans in Leeds, right? So the club can do something for people in their area. Now, so back to the token, we need a way of conveying that value through the whole system. It can't be done in pounds because we're talking to DC United in America, for example. We're talking to some NBA teams. We're talking to Australian rugby. We're talking to football clubs in New Zealand, right? So you can't have all multiple, because it just adds cost. Whereas a token makes it completely frictionless. Now, back in the day when we started, well, if we'd have gone out in 2017, we'd have been building our own chain. As it stands, we built on Polygon because the fees are so low. It's completely interoperable. So we really, I mean, listen to you earlier. We should have built on Solana, right? But but we technically the guys picked Polygon, so we haven't actually had to build our chain.
This is great, by the way.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. So
great. It's like Polygon. Like, there's a lot of greatness in the space right now.
Yeah. So the token is the value backed by the good, and the blockchain is the way for everybody to see. So imagine this, right? So a football club, you know, we'll pick mine, Manchester United. Although
OV, look at that, a Mancunian.
So imagine on the chain they have their fundraising wallet, and you can actually see it distributing out effectively to wallets which are children receiving their meals, all tracked on chain. So we're drawing, you know, we've got this really nice interface where they'll actually be able to map the transactions going out. But it's what the blockchain should be for. It should be about transparency and openness. Now, obviously, there's no personal identifiable information, but you can see the money go. You can see, okay, well, we charge Google 20K. This is what happened, and this is where it went through on the projects. So yeah, blockchain kind of came to our rescue because we were trying to figure out, like, we did things like Amazon gift cards, and we did like promises. Oh, we'll plant a tree, but how do we prove that? Yeah, so I'm really proud that blockchain came to our rescue.
Really cool. No, I love that. No, listen, the mission's great. And you know, if maybe you can also do something so that maybe Manchester United can start winning matches for my boy Ovi here, that'd be great.
I wish I could. Some problems are bigger than me, I tell you.
Yeah, maybe talk to the Glazers. I don't know. Come on, y'all. There's so much history there. We got to save the club. Anyways, maybe blockchain fixes Manchester United. I don't know. Maybe at some point, Ovi's going to make so much money with his Blast and his Cleos and his Solanas and his all his coins, his Pepe. He can buy Manchester United. Ooh, Manchester United. Sorry.
Yeah.
I made to say City. That's for sure. Anyways, two questions. The last question would be like, you know, what's up and coming next? You know, so people can maybe leave off on something, looking forward to something. But I know they're going to be able to come and meet you in Miami. Second of all, but first question before this, is my team carbon offsetting this event with you or what?
Well, no, we spoke about helping you embed the Cleo into your stuff for a measurable good. And I think that's a real win-win, I think. And also offering Cleo to your other partners that I think are doing
You
events.
got to be carbon offsetting the Our House in Miami because it's 4 days of events every single day. And so I want to make sure we're doing this, which is awesome. Second question, then, that leads us off here is, Jason, I mean, what's what's on the roadmap? We love roadmaps. And what's your future plans?
So we built our B2B app, and we're live with some amazing customers like HSBC, MasterCard, Hewlett Packard. So the B2B app's live. So in production now is really two big things. It's the consumer app, which is Cleo, and we're building out a decentralized marketplace to effectively allow other providers of good to come and sign up. And then any creator that wants to use our technology to maybe launch, somebody wants to launch an NFT collection, but have a percentage of that going towards a good, then they can have the power to do that. So that's the next two big things that are going to happen over the course of the next 3 to 6 months. The big news for us, I guess, is that our token isn't live yet because we've been building for the last 2 years. Based on meeting your team at Zebu and getting all excited about the market, I said, right, well, let's get the token live. So we will be listed. We'll be launching our token on the 8th, which is when I'm in Miami. So I was like, well, let's do it while I'm in Miami. So so we're going to list on the 8th. We've not said that publicly yet. So we'll announce that on our socials.
Oh, wow.
Over the course of the next few days.
More tokens, lads. More tokens. Okay, we were talking about tokens before you. It's the season, baby.
Yeah. So I need to navigate the space. I'm a Web 2 guy, unfortunately, who's adapting to Web 3 because that's where modern web needs to go. I started my agency, believe it or not, over 20 years ago when Web 2 was starting. Right. And we were so excited about internet marketing and all stuff like that. Right. It's starting again. This is it now. And I think the next few years we'll see Web3 come right in. And I think if people are on listening, whether they're interested in Cleo or they like the for good or they want to learn more about our tokenomics, which are really great, I think just the fact that they're here, everybody's still early. And I think this is going to be the biggest ride the next 2 years, honestly. So, it's an exciting place to be. And I'm just glad to be on the journey as a founder now because I think we can do some good and we can earn some money too, and maybe we can pool and go and save Manchester United from the Glazers or something like that. But it's going to be a good few years, I think.
I love that. I agree with that. I love the energy. I love what you guys are here for and doing. Listen, if we can do all these things for good, better, right? So I've been to the top for anybody curious. There's the Cleo page. If you're listening on replay or not, you can just go and click on it directly. But it's at Cleo CLEO.DOT.TECH. So it's actually dot. You have to spell out dot on Twitter, and then on the website just like Cleo. Like actual .tech. You can find Cleo.xyz. By the way, that's a nice domain, CLEO.xyz. That's nice, clean.
So our Web3's Cleo.xyz and it's the Cleo token. That's where we talk all about token. And we have to do that because we don't want to shove Web3 stuff down MasterCard's throat when they come and look right. We're part of a real incubator program for MasterCard talking to banks. So we try and separate the token from the business.
Okay, nice.
The front-end business chat, if that makes sense.
Wow, this is impressive. I mean, look, love to see that. It's very exciting. I'm excited to meet you, Jason, in person in Miami. I'm assuming I'm going to see you on the 7th, right? So I'll see you on December 7th at the Our House in Miami. For those of you who want to come to the event, we haven't put out the website yet for the registration, but it's coming soon. So we wanted to get all the announcements out first. And so the registration for all the events happening with Rug Radio from the 7th to the 10th of December in the next couple of weeks in Miami is coming out very soon. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Jason, thank you so much for
And can I just add to that? Of course. So we've got a collection to help rebuild the school in Nepal.
Yes.
We're doing that as a launch collection. We've done a special edition as a POAP. So anybody that comes to our house over the whole of the day will be able to scan, claim their PFP, and for everyone, their POAP, for everyone, we'll donate $10 to the school. So we'll kickstart the school rebuild program. So it's just an additional bit of value to pop in. I'm sure that's not why they'd go, but come in, and if you do, make sure you claim get it in your wallet.
You show up, you get a POAP, and then you give $10 towards building that school in Nepal. I think that's not bad, right? And you also maybe we'll get you some drinks, but that's on our side. And some good times, get to come and have fun. So Jason, thank you so much. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, guys.
For everybody else that is still tuning in live here, we do have Rug Radio Town Hall. So at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. So that's in a few hours. Obviously, more updates on our end, yada, yada, yada. And, of course, the show tomorrow. So, Ovi and Mando that had to run. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's go.